Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Live at the Backyard Bird Center. Get this question a lot. This is one that kind of stumps some people because they call and they ask for a cardinal bird feeder. That means they've heard that that there is a feeder that is just for cardinals, and I know there's a company out there that markets a feeder as just a cardinal feeder, but I don't think that can be the case. The cardinals are primarily ground feeders, so they love the seed spread on the ground near cover. They're very shy in that way because the males especially are so bright red that they are very vulnerable to predation and being seen. That color works for them when it comes to attracting the females, but it makes them vulnerable. So I've heard that there's a company that markets a feeder that the weight only a cardinal can feed from. Well, I just don't believe that. It's true. It may help a little bit with other birds being able to eat from a feeder, but what we consider cardinal feeders are providing them with the food that they want and a flat surface. So that's the reason I'm standing here in front of the hopper feeders, because the larger the flat surface, like this on the Hilltop Mini Mag here, is a great surface area for cardinals to land on. They love that flat open surface. So this is a great cardinal feeder. I don't call it a cardinal feeder. It feeds everything. But if you're looking for a feeder that does accommodate cardinals greatly, then this is a type feeder you're looking for. You can also go with just a hanging tray. Now these are affectionately known as cardinal feeders. They're open trays. The cardinals feel very safe because they can see all around. It gives them the good flat feeding surfaces they want to. And if you put safflower or a mixture like Boardwalk Blend that has a lot of safflower in it and a lot of sunflower in it, that will be a magnet for the cardinals. It's the food they like. It's the way they like it. If you have a tube feeder that you have and you want to make it better for cardinals, then grab this. Then there's no better way than just with a good tube feeder than to add a tray. You add the tray to a tube feeder, you have greatly increased that feeder's appeal to cardinals. They're large, and sitting on a perch like this is kind of hard for them to turn sideways to reach in.
How high should you place the feeders, Beth wants to know.
Oh, how high? I thought she was... I'm sorry, I didn't realize she was trying to relay a question to me. Yes, Beth wants to know how high to place your feeders. We always recommend that any bird feeder is at least 4.5 feet high off the ground. Now that is primarily because of cats. House cats, feral cats, any of those can sit under a feeder and jump straight up in the air 4 feet and snatch a bird right off of the tray or right off of a perch if it's hanging too low. So 4.5 is that minimum height. If you're trying to avoid deer, we always say go to 6 feet, because they can on their back legs reaching up, they can reach about 6 feet. So 6 feet if it's deer you're worried about. For the safety of the birds, at least 4.5 feet. That's a good question. So the tray will increase the air surface area. More birds can feed from it. The cardinals love that surface area, and a lot of other birds do too. And it keeps waste off the ground. So add a tray to a tube feeder makes it a great cardinal feeder. A good hopper feeder, but there's several different size hopper feeders. But one of the things you want to look for in a hopper feeder is that it has a good surface area to feed from, so the hopper can feed out into. And I think the Mini Mag from Hilltop is a prime example of what is a great cardinal feeder. So open trays, hoppers with big surface areas, adding a tray to a tube feeder will get you cardinals and keep your cardinals happy. And no matter what you do, some of them are just going to eat off the ground. So don't forget to throw a little safflower down there on the ground. The reason my ground throw mix has safflower in it and a little bit of sunflower in it is so you can throw it on the ground, and not only are you going to take care of your sparrows, but the cardinals too, because they love that the feed off of the ground. So that's a great topic. If you like the programs, please give us a like, give us a share. Send in ideas for future programs. We've been kind of crazy, but we're still trying to keep this stuff going. Come by, let's talk birds.